Dave Liniger has been chosen as the recipient of the 2013 Corporate Honors Award because through his leadership as founder and chairman of RE/MAX, Dave has created a corporate culture of giving back to the community through such organizations as the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals and the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. Recipient of the 2013 Corporate Honors Award, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Liniger.
Major accomplishment, I didn't fall down. How do you like these styling shoes? You know, 30 years ago this week, my fiancée was injured in a plane crash, traumatic brain injury, and it started down an interesting adventure. You know, when you're a caregiver for a lengthy period of time, you think that you have sympathy, and you certainly think you have empathy, and you think you understand what it's like on the other side of needing the care. I thought I was pretty good at that. 18, 19 months ago, as a Vietnam vet, I came down with a MRSA staph infection, went into a coma for 4 months, 100% paralyzed for several months, and then going through the arduous process of moving fingers and toes and trying to get back some kind of movement. Now, most of my disability was not invisible. It was very visible. However, when I listened to Sherry and I'm tough, strong, rich, powerful, never asked for help for anybody for anything. The sheer fatigue of trying to stand in a shower and take 45 minutes to an hour to shower and dry and dress when I used to be able to do it in 10 minutes is pretty amazing. It's not something you don't talk about. You don't go out and tell everybody, you know, these are the problems I've had today. Traveling. And there's supposed to be all these handicap rooms and so on. And I was very protective for 30 years and big and strong, and if my wife needed help getting in and out of a bathtub that had handrails or something, I could certainly assist. But all of a sudden, when you don't have the ability and you don't have somebody that can help you yourself, you can't lift your legs up to get into a tub. It's too dangerous, and now you need a roller in type of shower, a stand-up shower, or whatever it might be. So I've had quite a wake-up call for the last 18 months or so. They had me drugged up for so long, and the psychiatrist, as I started coming out of my coma, was looking at all the hallucinations I was having. And they said, well, I had post-traumatic stress syndrome from Vietnam. And I looked at this idiot psychiatrist. I hope he's not in here. And I said, I never had a single nightmare. I'm typical of World War II or Korea. We came home, we went to work, we got married, we had kids, we drank too much alcohol, we did this, we did that, but somehow or another, most of us did it. I said, I don't have PST. I wouldn't be embarrassed to have PST, but I didn't. They had me on a drug called Dilaudid, and the day they took me off Dilaudid, within 4 hours, I never had another nightmare. So I was misdiagnosed. But I'll tell you what, I'm an expert now on invisible disabilities. It is very humbling to be powerful, successful, strong, wealthy, and have to have somebody provide for every need. That's pretty darn amazing. I did find out something. Everybody asked me, did I have a eureka moment? And I kept saying, no, I didn't. I lived the life I wanted. I lived exactly what I wanted. I was never a workaholic. We built a fabulous company. We traveled, we vacationed, we hunted, fished, camped, flew, ballooned, did everything you could do. I had no regrets if I was going to die. There was no eureka moment whatsoever. But I did discover something, that most of us are really pretty darn busy. And somebody cuts you off on I-25 in the traffic, and they flip a bird at you, all of a sudden you're extraordinarily angry and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I bump this son of a gun? By the way, I did drive NASCAR for 10 years, and I do know how to spin people out. But what I really found out was that when you have a visible disability, people go totally out of their way to help you. There hasn't been a person that hasn't rushed to open a door because I couldn't quite manage that myself. Getting stuck going into a men's room, even though it says handicap accessible, and my electric wheelchair, and I hit the lever on the side that I did not have movement on my left side to reach down and turn the wheelchair back on, is a little bit embarrassing. I never met a person in the time that I have had this disability that has not been as big-hearted as you could ever expect. Same person you might bump into on the road that you get angry at. People do care. But the invisible things that they can't see, they don't understand. And in my naive way, I didn't understand it either. And so what Wayne is doing and so on has an extremely valid purpose. I respect you very much for what you've done. For all the very kind and wonderful people out there, all I can say is most people are incredibly kind. They just don't know if they don't see it. Thank you so very, very much.
You know, we almost lost Dave, so to see him walk up here, stand here and talk to you and walk back is really quite remarkable. I've known him for a long time. He's a good guy. Dave Liniger.